So Stuart, new contract signed until the end of next season. Congratulations. Have your reaction to that first and foremost, please?
Yeah, naturally pleased. It was something when I agreed to come back, when I spoke to Julian, how many months ago, pre-COVID, that it was looked upon as a long-term vision that we had. Myself, Julian, Stefan, obviously Ryan as well, and Kenny. And obviously things materialised in that time. Nobody could, see what was going to come with the pandemic that we've had. Only with six games we had. We still had another 9 to play. Still needed to assess the squad. We came back in the summer. Lots of things going on. We didn't know if there were going to be season tickets sold. The salary cap, etc., etc. So we've tried to build a squad. I'm looking at the board now for next season. We've got 7 contracted players at the moment, and I think it is going to be a long-term project in the fact that, first and foremost, nobody is happy where we are in the league table naturally, but we've got to believe that, as I said before and prior, if we can get stronger players back on the pitch, then the short-term ambition is naturally to get out the bottom area of the table and climb into a little bit of in an area where we feel a bit more comfortable naturally. But to do that, I think to have a little bit of, backing certainly is a helpful start. But I genuinely believe that, it'll take 18 months. It'll take another January window. It'll take, because the last window we were in, it was very difficult to get players in. And that still might be the case in January, but certainly between now and next season, it gives us a long-term objective to look at things and really plan, which we've been doing in the last month, how we can go about, changing the fortunes of the club. And I think stability would be key. And I know, since the last time I was here, what's happened to the football club, and lots of things behind the scenes has been very, very difficult for everyone who's been here. But I've got the hunger and appetite to say, yeah, do you know what? Give me an 18-month and we'll get this club turned around. That's the ambition, that's the aim, that's the desire, that's the drive, and that's the belief as well, which is important. When I spoke to a couple of people from the club yesterday, and if I didn't have that ambition to do that, it would have been easy to say, maybe not me, but I'm delighted that we're going to have the opportunity to try to have a little bit of sustainability, if you like, and now we can start really looking, obviously this season, short term, we need to get out the difficult position we're in, but long term, I think the club's had too many managers in recent years to get any sort of, sustainability, as I say, and that. So we aim to do that.
This has obviously come after the news. Ryan Sparks has been appointed the club's new chief executive. What, if anything, does that mean for yourself going forward? Does it change anything? And how is your relationship, obviously, first and foremost, with Ryan? Are you looking forward to forging that relationship further over the coming weeks, months, years?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, first and foremost, to get me back here, Julian, I spoke to Julian at length, came back. But since I've been back, Ryan's, took up the reins. He's been here, I think, nearly 3 years or whatever, in really difficult times. And he stood up to the plate, there's no doubt about that. I've got a good relationship with him. I know where his heart lies for the football club. It's not about him, it's about Bradford City. He's come up with a lot of, good idea. And basically, the support has been, terrific. Now, yeah, we will. It's not what's gone by now. It's not what's in the past. It's the present. How we're going to look to the future. It's easy to talk. Words are cheap, but it gives us an opportunity now to really have a core belief in what we're going to try to do here. And for all the people that will maybe see this as a negative move, certainly Ryan's, the club, the team, the group. We will be very positive now how we attack the season. But yeah, really good relationship with Ryan. I'm pleased for him because I know the work he's putting behind the scenes. He deserves this opportunity. I know Julian will be a phone call away for any advice that we need. And Stefan, obviously has been supportive of the club for the last few years financially, without a doubt. So yeah, it's a case now of looking forward, as I say, short term, getting the best out of the players, get some of the better players back in the group, and then looking how we can build a squad, you know, to start, you know, being, you know, I say getting back to the club, start moving up the league first and foremost, and then out of this division upwards.
When you speak about looking forward and not backwards, everything that's gone has gone, and it's focused on the future. Does that come with a little bit, obviously, considering this news and the news that we've heard today and over the past few days, as a little bit of a kind of fresh start and a clean slate? The results have been disappointing of late, but it's about what's coming ahead.
Yeah, I think, you know, it sharpens the focus, certainly mine, you know, because you'd always, listen, we're not stupid, we know the run of results has not been good enough yet. We can point to mitigating factors and circumstances around that, but it gives us now something to get its teeth into. It might stop. Now, listen, at the end of the day, the results have got to improve. You know, just because you can sign a 5-year deal, but if the results don't improve, but our aim is, you know, to have a belief in what we're going to do. Yeah, it's going to be it might be a difficult season. You know, not where we would want it to be, but there's a bit of you know, inside me, positivity, ambition. I look at Tranmere putting a couple of results together. They've jumped up. Bolton have jumped up. So I still believe in the players that we've got and the players that hopefully we can bring in January. Although it's not always an easy time bringing in January, but it does give us a longer term project of now looking at players that we can bring in at the end of the season as well, and also for the players that are here to know, you know, for the future, I'm going to be here. If you want to be involved, then, you know, get yourself, once you're picked, get yourself in there, earn a new contract, whatever it may be. So, yeah, it's a fresh start in that regard. But first and foremost, we need to improve results, and we need to improve performances, and we need to climb the table. But going forward, it gives us a bit of continuity, settlement, really, if you like. You know, as I said, for too long, it's been chop and change. New manager comes in, brings his own players, known style. We've got a way we want to play. We've got some, as I said, I inherited, I think, 15, 16 players. We've now got, coming the end of the season, 7 that'll be committed here, or, you know, got longer contracts. And it gives us a little bit more of a fresh start. Not that I want this season to end quickly. We still want to be as positive as we can. And we're not giving up on anything, that's without a doubt, but we need to improve.